Hi, good morning. I love you. Welcome to the Go Love Yourself podcast. Today, we're talking about the crown chakra. This is our seven chakra series, and I've gone through root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and today is the crown, the last of our series. So, the idea behind these podcast episodes and videos is to help you get a better understanding of your seven main chakras and a little bit better understanding of how to manage your energy. Because if we're managing our energy, life is beautiful and free and peaceful and joyful and loving. So, crown chakra. This is above our head. It is violet in color, and it represents our connection to God, to heaven, to the divine, to the universe, to angels, to spirit guides, to that beautiful energy that you can't always see, but you can feel. Wait, sometimes you can see it too. Depends on your clair. That's for another video. So, the crown chakra, um, when it is balanced and flowing and open, you are very easily connected with nature, with God, with spirit, with all the beautiful, loving energy that you were created in. Like, you can very easily pray, receive answers from prayers. You can easily perceive your angels or your guides or your spirit team. Um, and if your crown is closed or blacked, you don't have a connection with God, you don't have a connection with nature, you don't have a connection with all the beautiful, loving angels that are around you to support you and help guide you on your spiritual journey. So, if you're not connected there, you ain't gonna get shit done. That's the truth. Without the knowing, the gnosis that you come from a beautiful, ginormous energy that's much greater than you, like that is the key to healing. And that's why you see so many people who are struggling with like addiction or grief or great loss, or what do they turn to? Spirit, to our creator, to God. Because that's the only energy that heals, friend. And it's my belief that God is no more than love. Um, I was raised in the Lutheran tradition, and there were just so many things within our church, within our all of it, but it was common for the townsfolk or the people of the community to believe that God is some bearded dude in the sky that grants fucking wishes. That was kind of the perception I had growing up. And part of that was because on my paternal side, I had a grandfather that was very, very religious. And he was Lutheran. He was King James. He was, and very stern about it. Okay. So we'll just deep dive right into the experience here, the real life experience. So this happened approximately almost 20 years ago when I was getting divorced. My grandpa was not having it. Okay, so he invited me to his house, to his double wide, to sit at the little built-in desk, and he flipped open the King James Bible, and it was highlighted every single place that it said something about divorce. You are to submit. Like, as the woman, you are inferior. Like, all this shit. And I'm sitting there like, that feels like the exact opposite of what I feel God is in my heart. So I'm like, this is some bullshit. So fast forward to 20 years to approximately not even a month ago. I booked a session with a very beautiful, gifted, talented seer psychic. And in that session, this would have been 3 weeks ago, I forgave my grandpa. And it was because in that session, also allowed my crown to open and receive. Yes, I've had obviously many epiphanies and just upgrades and ascensions throughout my healing journey, but there was a part of that thing that was blocked and my heart and my crown, because I wasn't willing to fully forgive him for harsh words and for judgment and for telling me how to faith. Ever since that moment, I've had a real hard time accepting how people, when people tell me I'm doing Jesus wrong, I'm like, well, you don't know me. You ain't in here. You ain't in here. No. So if anybody ever tries to tell you how to faith. But we all have our different experiences with how we were brought up, with the church, or with, different traditions. So we all want to think that we're right. And if your intention and your focus is love, then you're doing it right. Okay? So anyway, I go to see this beautiful, talented psychic, Patty Q, by the way, pattyq.com. That's where you'll find her. She's amazing, and she's located in Altoona. So in that moment when Grandpa came through, it was very, I felt a full physical, I felt it physically, expansion. It felt like there was a hole in the top of my head that just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until I was completely connected. And in that moment, she said, your grandpa's asking for forgiveness. And and in that moment, I was fully connected. I was fully balanced. I was fully open to receive. And I received deep, deep, deep healing in that moment. So there are helpers out there, whether it's somebody that does that type of spiritual reading or somebody that does energy work like Reiki or access bars or hypnotherapy or any of the modalities that I offer. That's such a beautiful way to crack that thing open and get connected, because you can only function if you're connected this way. Oh, and that way. You got to be rooted. You got to be connected to your creator. That's how we make the most impact. And that's ultimately what balances the heart. Okay? So to open up your crown chakra, some essential oils that would be helpful are any of the lotuses. Help open you right up. Spikenard, frankincense, Palo Santo. Think biblical oils. Those will all help you open up to divine energy. And again, essential oils, they're potent. So you can just take a drop, place it in your hands, cup your hands over your mouth and nose. Do not touch your eyeballs, and just breathe it in. Breathe it in and ask, Heavenly Creator, or God, or Great Spirit, or Universe, please open me up to receive divine connection and guidance in this moment. Amen, aho, and so it is. It's that easy. Prayer is the number one way to crack this bitch open, okay? And then if you add essential oils, if you add crystals, clear quartz, it's an amplifier. Amethyst, amplifier. Like these things, and you can just put them in your pocket, or you can hold them to your heart while you meditate, or you can place them right on top of your head. However you do it is correct. There is no wrong way to do this. It can be messy. It cannot make sense to anybody else on the face of the earth, but that doesn't matter, because your faith, your connection to divine is yours and yours alone. Only you can know. So however you do that, if your intention is love, you're doing it right. I know I already said that, but it bears repeating. It's worth repeating. Because when you are waking up in the morning and you're asking, how can you use me today? You are setting yourself up to help people, and therefore doing the will of your Creator, working the will of God, helping someone. Every time you help someone, you get one step closer. Every time you put your own, I don't want to say put your own needs aside, because don't do that. You come first. Don't put your needs aside. But anytime you help somebody, you are doing exactly what God put you here to do. How freaking cool is that? So even if you don't believe in a word, if you're helpful, you're doing what you're supposed to do. If you are capable of giving love and actually doing it, you're doing what you're supposed to do. So, that's basically it. Breathe in some essential oils. Pray. Meditate. Connect. That's how you open that pig up, okay? Once you're connected, once you're balanced, once you're open, you always are, but you will become very aware that you are connected to everything, to the all. I know this was short and sweet, but that's all I got to say about that. I love you guys. Go love yourself.